During the Christmas Express train events in December 2023 at the BC Forest Discovery Centre, I had volunteer access as a photographer for 4 of those evenings. And so I was able to arrive at the shop area and observe the final parts of the preparation of the locomotive for the evening's work. For those 4 visits, I arrived about 75 minutes before the locomotive was set into motion, leaving the shop area to go to the main line. And so this video is a compilation of those 4 visits, showing you what I saw. The number 26 gasoline locomotive had pulled the number 25 out of the shop building, and now it was time to uncouple and move the 26 out of the way. And now it's time to see the installation of the top headlamp on the steam locomotive.
Oh yeah, the installation.
Ron is explaining the head end lights to me. They call the bottom lamp and reflector a golden globe, and it's the one that lights up the track so the train crew can see the track ahead. It's nice and bright. The top lamp is just really lit for show and for people on the grounds to see the train, but mainly it's for show, and it sure looks good to my camera. Later on in the evening, here's how both lamps looked as the train made its way through the lower grounds. I observed the boiler blowdown. The reason for the blowdown is that when large amounts of water are boiled, which is probably around 600 gallons a day, the minerals in the water build up and settle at the bottom of the boiler. The blowdown is a way of cleaning all this crud out. It's done manually by opening a valve called the blowdown valve, which allows the minerals and sediments to escape. The hot water flashing to steam causes the large volume of steam observed. They usually perform a blowdown at 50 psi of steam pressure.
You ready, Mike?
Oh, let me just get her close.
Hang on a second, Ron. Yeah.
Yep, we're good.
On one of the days when I was set up at the Switchback, the number 26 gasoline locomotive had been working elsewhere on the property, and when it came back, I was able to record it coming up the Switchback and heading to the shed.
Shouldn't get sprayed here, but that's always the possibility. Try to do general. Okay. Thanks, man. guys, how nice of you to drop in.
The switchback track down to the main line averages 6.5% grade, and it's 9.0% at its steepest point. That's why the locomotive carefully maneuvering down the switchback is one of the most dramatic scenes on the Cowichan Valley Railway, and so I will be showing multiple angles of this separately. After the locomotive descends the switchback to the main line, the locomotive runs down the Drinkwater cut to around the corner to about Drinkwater crossing. And then as they're running it back upgrade, that's when they sand out the tubes. So the problem is that soot from the fire clogs the tubes and acts as an insulator, and so that results in the heat from the fire not transferring to the water. That's not a good thing. So they dump some sand into the fire, and the sand scrapes the soot out from the tubes. The visual result for me is as the locomotive is backing up upgrade, there's a lot of highly visible dark smoke coming out. This smoke is on purpose, and the result is a more efficient day of operations. Later on, when the locomotive was at the station, Ron and Simon showed me the sanding hole.
At 150 psi, yeah, the water in the boiler is, I think it's 366 degrees Fahrenheit.
Yeah. Perfect temp, actually. That's right in the sweet spot.
Oh yeah, I can see the flues. And then it was time to open the firebox door.
Whenever you're ready.
Jen.
This is where you're going if you just
And now here are a few short scenes from inside the cab while the locomotive is pulling the train. Thank you for watching this episode of my Christmas Express series. The Christmas Express was a special holiday experience done in 16 evenings during December 2023. The decorated and lit up train took passengers on a trip on the Cowichan Valley Railway. This is at the BC Forest Discovery Centre in North Cowichan on Vancouver Island. This event is a major fundraiser for this center and is the result of a lot of hard work and resources from the management and staff team, the volunteers, and the sponsors. I was very happy to have access as a volunteer photographer and videographer visiting on 4 of those nights. For these 16 evenings in December, the 3-car train was pulled by the No. 25 steam locomotive, nicknamed Samson. This locomotive was built in 1910 by Vulcan Iron Works in Pennsylvania, USA. Although this locomotive never worked anywhere in the forest industry and never worked in any industry on Vancouver Island, it has spent the majority of its life on Vancouver Island, including the past 59 years here at this museum center. During those 59 years at this museum center, up until the end of 2023, the locomotive had been operational for 47 of those years. During the other 12 years, the locomotive was out of service. Usually this was because certificates had expired and rebuilds were required. These multi-year periods of out-of-service absence are a normal thing, especially for a locomotive that's 113 years old.